Alright. Let's get the show.
Disrespect your surroundings. You won't make it out alive. You won't make it out alive. You won't make it out alive. You won't make it out alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finale of the Hoss Fights tournament. I am your host and commentator for the evening, Anthony Butler. We are live in San Francisco, California. I am so happy to be here with you guys to finally finish off this tournament. As you can see, our first match, we got Virgil Fury versus Spike Masters. Both of these guys having a great showing in the first round. But now we continue the second round with these two big men. Virgil Fury being from Australia and just having nothing but brute strength. And Spike Masters, we don't really know where Spike Masters is from, but I don't think we need to question his ability as a big man in the COD community. His last match, nothing but dominant, and we'll see if he can continue that in the second round today against Virgil Fury. I want to thank everyone for joining us for the show. We appreciate everyone stopping in. Hopefully the audio is good for you guys. Hopefully everyone can see me or hear me. Excuse me. Welcome, Corey. Nick, I'd have to start up a party, but give me a second and I can do that. Only take a second, guys. How's it going? Welcome. Commentary. Guys, we got Nick Black in the building. Like to welcome you, Nick. So far, no problem. So far, what do you think of the tournament? How do you think everything's been going so far? Oh, definitely. Yeah, this is a match I'm definitely looking forward for. Um, Definitely looking forward to see if Caleb gets his comeuppance today. As you know, last in the first round, he had a match against Bison Man, which was a barn burner, but it was tainted at the end as Caleb used the ropes to get the win. So in the second round, exactly, Caleb may have the height to be in the tournament, but unfortunately, he doesn't have the weight. But I gave him a chance. Indeed, his stamina is definitely what breaks him apart from the rest of everyone in this group of people. But we'll see how it goes. But we got Virgil Theory, Spike Masters, standing 7'4", 7'4", 450, and Virgil Theory. I'm not too sure on his size, but I'm thinking he's 6'8", 6'10". Solid, no fat at all. This man's pushing weight like it's nothing. We'll see how he fares up against Spike Masters though. Nice back and forth between these two, man. I think it could be his downfall, but it also could be what gets him the win. As Spike Masters is obviously not a small person, so with all that weight, obviously comes stamina issues for him, but it also could be his advantage against everyone, because who's really going to want to pick up 450 pounds every time? Exactly. Now, Spike Masters and Virgil Theory on the outside. Spike tossing Virgil like he's a simple cruiserweight. Not something you really see a lot of people doing with Virgil Theory. Now, Spike stepping over on Virgil Theory's fucking sternum. Excuse me, I had a little bit to drink before this. Spike Masters is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Kind of starting off slow in Bay Area wrestling here when he originally debuted, when we were known as ICW. But ever since the reboot, he's been kind of gaining some ground, having a little mini feud with Corey before the tournament was announced. So we'll see how he fares against people that match up to his size and strength. Exactly. Spike goes for the cover. Only a one count. I think that was the first cover of the match. Only getting a one. But Nick, I'd like to ask you, later today, well, hold on, Spike going for the cutthroat slam. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count. Let me continue. Nick, later today, you have a match before the tournament finals against Christian Tracy for your Golden Gate Championship. Now, tell me how you're going into this match, and what's your strategy going up against Christian Tracy, who's really a dark horse, because he's not well known for his singles, but he has pulled out upset wins in the past. Fair enough. Now, do you take Christian Tracy as a threat to your championship at all? Not even a little bit. Well, hold on here, but you're not wrong. Virgil Theory going for the cover after that F5. 1, 2. No, Spike kicking out at 2.5. Virgil not really happy about that. No, he. Now Virgil with the big clotheslines into the corner, into a sidewalk slam. You know, Virgil Theory kind of reminds me a little bit of maybe an Aussie version of Brian Cage. Maybe a little bit of he's a bit of a striker, correct? Mm-hmm. True. Spike goes for the cover. No, only a 2 count. Now, what do you think Virgil really has to do here to get this win over Spike? Because right now it looks like Spike is in control, coming through with another cutthroat slam. Will this be it? 1, 2, and 3. Spike Masters with a big win over Virgil Theory, and he moves on to the what is it? It's semifinals. There we go. Semifinals of this tournament. He will be taking on Chris Strong, who pulled up a huge upset win against the unit. Check your audio, dude, because Corey said we can't hear who we're talking to, who I'm talking to. So I just sound like a crazy person. Thank you, Corey, for pointing that out. Just go to the party menu and check your what's it called, your audio chat. If it says do not allow, then just switch it to allow. Can everyone hear Nick now? Are we good? Can I get a thumbs up or we can hear Nick? I think we might be good. I'm sure it was insightful. I don't think it's work. Nah, hey, check your shit again, bro, because I still can't hear you. I can't hear you on the playback. All right, coming to the ring, we have the dickhead of this tournament, fucking Caleb James. Check your fuck, because I'd have to stop, and it should be able to hear everything, or maybe it could be me actually. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I gotta pause it and check settings and shit. I'm so unprofessional. All right, where the fuck do I check this shit? Is it sharing broadcast? Broadcast settings. Advanced audio. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's probably what it was. Okay. Yeah, Nick, say something.
Balls in my face.
Yep, there you go. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it was all me. My apologies, fellers. We're all good. I just want to thank Corey for pointing out my fuck up. But everyone, welcome to the show. Ace, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. Corey, thank you. But next we got Caleb James versus Dakota Enfield. Dakota Enfield really being a dark horse in this tournament. Not very well known, but he had a good showing in his last match trying to remember who he faced.
I mean, hey, he pulled out the win, so that means something.
Oh, he faced Brandon Kay.
Personally have never heard of Dakota Infield until now, actually.
Yeah, Dakota Infield being Second City Dojo. Fuck, what are we going for? A Second City Dojo roster member, not really well known, but had a big upset victory over Brandon Kay and moved on to the tournament and is now here to face Caleb James, which should be an interesting one, seeing as Caleb James pulling up a dirty win against Bison Man. Neo, welcome to the stream, man. But we'll see how Dakota stacks up against Caleb. Now, Caleb obviously giving off a size advantage, with Dakota being 6'9", about 300 plus, and Caleb only being 6'5", 240.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Caleb's inclusion in this tournament is questionable.
It definitely was. I had to question myself, but I thought, hey, let me give this guy a chance. And up until him cheating to win, you know what? I gave him his props, but he used the ropes in his first round match against Bison Man and cheated Bison Man out of a victory.
Now, do you think that could end up catching up to him? Maybe Bison Man getting involved one way or another?
Possibly. We could see Bison Man get involved, or we could see Dakota pull off the win. No one really, Caleb James being obviously a big main event star across the CAW community, but Dakota Infield not being well known could cause Caleb to slip up, since he doesn't know much about this guy. It could cause Caleb to maybe make a fatal mistake against such a bigger opponent too. Bison Man not really giving off a size advantage, only in weight. Caleb being the taller of the two, but Bison Man being the bigger of the two. Dakota is both taller and bigger, so we'll have to see how Caleb matches up against someone who actually matches his size and weight and then some.
I mean, Caleb is quite strong, but he's also extremely fast compared to most humans.
Very true. His stamina is
something to consider.
His stamina is definitely probably a lot higher than a lot of the fellers in this tournament. A lot of these guys are pushing 300, 300 plus, while Caleb is 240, not even pushing the heavyweight limit actually. Only a light heavyweight. Or wait, it's 240
Caleb weighs
heavyweight.
less than me.
But
Yeah,
regardless
Caleb
of
weighs less
that,
than me. That's
regardless of that, we'll see how Caleb matches up.
hell, I should have been in this damn tournament.
You would have if you weren't a champion.
Fair.
But anyway, Caleb kind of getting the upper hand over here, showing off his agility, kind of putting the technical wrestling on Dakota here. Something you don't really see Caleb do a whole lot.
I mean, when you're working with a big man, you see, as a technical genius, I can tell you this from firsthand. Holds are your best friend in this situation. Headlocks, they do a lot for you. They take the wind out of your opponent, slowly but surely. Just do a good number of them, you got it. You may not tap them out, but you're definitely going to slow them down.
Most definitely. It wears down your opponents. It may take a little longer, but it wears them down to where you target a certain body part.
F5 already?
Caleb was pulling it out early, but Caleb on the outside, looking for. Well, looks like he's got a sledgehammer. Now remember, this tournament
no disqualification?
This tournament is no count out, no disqualification.
Ooh.
So anything goes. I didn't want anything to ruin these matches other than that dirty bullshit that Caleb pulled off with the ropes.
Well, like you said, it's no disqualification, so was it really a dirty tactic, or was it just using the rules to your advantage?
You're
the
not
lack
wrong.
of rules, if even.
You're not wrong. Definitely
I have to think about it from Caleb's perspective.
Mm-hmm. Now, definitely using the rules to his advantage, but not the honorable way to do it. Now Dakota goes for the cover one. No, only a 1 count after that buckle bomb. Not a lot on it.
Key word in this tournament is fight.
Mm-hmm.
Honor and fights don't go together. There's no such thing. I can tell you that now.
You're not wrong. I've definitely seen a lot of dirty tactics in fights. Now Caleb with that power bomb already goes
That
for the cover.
heartbreaker.
Only a 2 count. Only a 2 count. That is what put away Bison Man in the first round match. Followed by the ropes on the feet on the ropes.
I'll tell you this now. The Burning Hammer, if he can do it, will be the deciding factor in this match. Nothing else. The Burning Hammer, if he hits that, it's over.
But here goes Dakota with the military press into the spine buster. Now Dakota not capitalizing on that big military press spine buster. Not the smartest move on his part, especially against a well-known superstar that Caleb James is. But looks like he's not slipping up here. Dropping
I think
a big
he knows
knee
it's
on
not
the
enough
chest.
to put Caleb away.
That could be.
I think he just knew that. But like you said, he didn't follow up. He could, instead of going for a cover, he could have just went for another move.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like he has something else in mind.
You want to add timer to this party so I don't have to fucking stop the broadcast?
Yep.
And Caleb James being booted from the second round of this tournament. Dakota picking up the upset win after that jackhammer.
That Burning Hammer couldn't put him away.
Caleb James not being able to pull off another upset, and Dakota Infield picking up the win, moving on to the semifinals.
Biggest problem here is that he didn't use that sledgehammer to his advantage. He picked it up for one time, one go. Did not use it how he should have. He didn't really use it at all, if we can be honest here.
Yeah, Caleb James maybe not on his on top of his game this time, and seems like Bison Man has finally been done right, and Caleb James is now out of this tournament, and it is truly a Haas fight tournament with Dakota Infield moving on. Welcome to the booth, former world champion of BAW, Johnny Farmer.
Interested to see what's going to come from him, though, because, I mean, like I said, this is my first time ever seeing him in action. So
Definitely. Now, we got our next match coming up. Chance Nightwalker, who was a last-minute replacement, is taking on the Paragon, Sinistrad. Now, Sinistrad, obviously being a wily veteran, not being kind of a dark horse, but has dominated so far with that first-round matchup against Royal Solomon, taking out the rookie in BAW. How do you think he's going to fare against another veteran in Chance Nightwalker?
I'm unsure, but you know what? Chance Nightwalker is actually bigger than most people think.
Yeah,
Chance
Nightwalker,
275, I believe.
282, actually.
280.
Chance Nightwalker standing at 6'5".
Chance has definitely put on some weight the past few months.
Chance standing at 6'5", 282. Still rocking the fire attire, by the way. Love it. But Chance Nightwalker being a last-minute replacement and actually moving on to the second round was something I wasn't expecting. But we'll see how he fares against another veteran who's actually 375, standing at 6'7" in Sinistrad.
Ooh.
Who do you think could
95-pound advantage here.
Who do you think could take off with this victory, fellas?
Could go either way. You know why I'd go with Chance though?
Why?
Just to play devil's advocate here. Chance Nightwalker was thrown into this tournament last minute. unexpected, but he's always ready for the unexpected.
Yes,
And wasn't even supposed to really move on. Let's be
Chance
honest. If you're just
Nightwalker.
randomly thrown in a tournament, you're not supposed to move on.
Chance
But he did.
Nightwalker facing Damian Ace in the first round, who standing at 6'9" and weighing 320 pounds, was definitely the favorite between the two. But Chance Nightwalker, being the veteran that he is, took out Damian Ace and moved on in a match I was not expecting Chance to move on in.
Damian's just too new to the wrestling business. So.
Damian definitely needs some more ring time before he can outsmart someone like Chance Nightwalker. But Sinistrad making his way to the ring. Like I said, standing at 6'7", 375 pounds. This man has definitely seen his fair share of house fights throughout his career.
Those are some of his most acclaimed matches, let's be honest here.
Definitely. His match against Tony Lee Williams on GPW Edge. Match against Brandon Kay on a GPW house show. Nothing but bangers. And just a long career in general. But he still got miles to go. And I think he definitely wants to prove he's one of the top big men in the CAW community with this tournament and possibly winning it. Now,
I have
Chance,
one question for you.
What's it?
Out of the people like that are currently in the tournament and those who are eliminated, what are some matches that you think would be really good?
Well, I would like to point out, besides the ending, Bison Man versus Caleb James was definitely a banger of a match. Trying to think of other matches. Maybe Chris Strong versus Michael Carter. That was definitely one of those matches I wasn't expecting to be such a good one, but it surprised me.
I think that Virgil Theory and Sinistrad could definitely put on something special. Just two behemoths around the same weight, around the same height as well. Just oh my god, chasing these combinations.
That could definitely be a banger of a match. Now, it seems like Chance Nightwalker is utilizing his speed here, taking out the bigger man in Sinistrad, but Sinistrad not one to count out too quickly, as Sinistrad goes for a deadlift into a military press. And he's got Chance Nightwalker above the head, and then he just drops him face first.
I'm telling you, man, neither of these two are people to sleep on, especially Chance. I've tagged with him before. He's, like you said, he's pretty big, but he's extremely fast. He was around the same speed as me when I was weighing 235. That's just not normal.
Yeah, Chance definitely being the quicker man at the size he is. It's an amazing feat, but we'll see how he pairs up against someone who matches the strength, maybe not the speed so much. But we'll see how he pairs up against Sinistrad. Sinistrad repping Canada, obviously. See how he fares up against some guy who, you know, he's just kind of an underdog when it comes to CAW. Chance got the chin locked on Sinistrad, pulling back on the big man's head. Now, Sinistrad not really known to be much of a technical wrestler. Chance not as much, but do you think we could see some a little bit of a back and forth between these guys in some, you know, some submissions, maybe some lockups? Sinistrad delivering a huge spine buster there, and a big clubbing blow to the head. So Sinistrad's got him up in a military press into the spine buster. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count from Sinistrad. Chance not ready to give up quite yet. Now, what strategy do you think Sinistrad has gone into this match against Chance Nightwalker? Obviously, you got to keep the faster man down, but
just what you said.
Just keep him down. Just keep him off the feet, basically.
Yeah, got to use that power to your advantage. You know, like you said, you just keep him down. The military cuts that he did earlier was a prime example of that. I think he's going to continue to do power moves like that, but he's not going to tire himself out in the process.
Well, Chance Nightwalker finally getting Sinistred off his feet, maybe to rest up a bit, and goes for the fuck does he call that? Roll the dice. Or circuit breaker. No, it's circuit breaker. Now he's got him up in a fireman's carry. And here's roll the dice. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, but only a 2 count. Only a 2 count for Chance Nightwalker. Chance Nightwalker needs to capitalize. It definitely needs more than just that. But Chance Nightwalker coming through with the 3 big clotheslines. In for another circuit breaker. Got a big shoulder tackle counter from Sinistred, and it looks like Sinistred is pumped up now.
I think he should have went for the cover after that circuit breaker.
Maybe he just wasn't. Maybe he thought it just wasn't enough. But now Sinistred kind of getting his running man on here.
I mean,
pressuring Chance.
It gives Sinistred the advantage. Nightwalker should have just went for the cover.
Off the ropes.
It may not have gotten the win, but
pop-up drop kick
down for a
from
little
the
bit.
big man. Holy shit! I was not expecting that. Now Sinistred needs to capitalize.
In desperation, he pulls these things out.
It's something you shouldn't see someone of Sinistred's size doing. But Sinistred up in the corner. Chance has got him backed up. Big clubbing blow.
Well, Chance was ready for roll the dice.
It looked like it, but Sinistred was able to maybe stop him from setting it up.
Using the leverage.
Sinistred goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count. Not enough. Sinistred's really maybe getting desperate here, but we'll see how this goes. No, Chance getting the upper hand again. Chance got him. No, but Sinistred counters. Sinistred has him up into a fireman's carry. Into the attitude adjustment, or Death Valley driver. Another one. Goes for a cover. 1, 2, and 3. Sinistred picking up the win with the 2 Death Valley drivers onto Chance Nightwalker. Sinistred,
like I told you,
pulling out
that power.
Pulling out the desperation moves, but picking up the win to move on to the semifinals, where he will take on Dakota Infield. Definitely. Go ahead, Nick.
I was just saying, I told you that power might be the common denominator in this match.
You know, a lot of back and forth between the 2 men, but Sinistred pulling out the win, keeping himself in this tournament, and proving that he belongs in this tournament. Chance, good matchup, but just didn't have enough to keep up with the veteran that is Sinistred.
So, Farmer, who's your pick on taking it all home?
Okay. Now, what
Something
is
to
your
note is that Sinistred is the one that struggled more in his matchup than Dakota Infield did against Caleb. And those are 2 experienced guys they're up against. Caleb seen more battle ready than Chance Nightwalker was, because remember, Chance didn't have time to train for this tournament. He didn't have time to put on a little bit more weight. Caleb, he was training for this tournament. But Oh, sorry.
Now,
But it could also be a struggle to work with that weight, you know, when you're not used to it. So.
now, what do you guys think of this matchup here? We got our first semifinal match is Spike Masters going up against Chris Strong, who is really a dark horse in this tournament, not being well known, but beating Michael Carter and the unit to lead up to this point. How do you think he's going to fare against Spike?
I have no pick. Spike is the biggest man remaining in this tournament, I believe.
Yes, Spike being 7'4", 50 pounds, excuse me. And Chris Strong not being too much smaller than Spike, but Chris Strong only standing at 6'10", 320. The only time we've ever seen Chris Strong outside of BAW was in his first match in GPW as basically a jobber to Tony Lee Williams. And what was maybe like a 2-minute match, but ever since his re-debut in Bay Area Wrestling against Michael Carter, he's shown that he can actually hold his own. Hailing from Birmingham, United Kingdom, but let's see how Spike Masters or Chris Strong fares up against the big man Spike Masters.
You know what? I originally said I didn't have a pick, but I'm gonna have to go with Spike. I just remembered the way he fought Virgil Theory. It was totally different than anything I've seen. Virgil was never one, you know, to seem like the underdog, not in control. Against him, in Virgil's match against Big Bishop, totally different landscape. Spike Masters just totally different. The size, again, it's ridiculous.
Now, Farmer, who do you think? You think Spike has the advantage in this match with his experience clearly? Hey, Farmer, allow your voice to be heard.
Hey, don't worry, I did this for like the first fucking 10 minutes.
I'm checking the audio as we're going, and after I asked you the question, heard nothing.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't hear Farmer on here.
Hey, Bones, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for stopping in.
Hello, Boner.
Yeah, sorry.
The pipe bomb was real, man.
Damn.
Johnny Farmer pipe bomb.
You've been talking for a minute, too. I should
about those bastards at Trader Joe's.
I should have checked that from the minute you hopped in just to make sure. It's whatever. Indeed, now, but it looks like Spike not really allowing him to prove he can hold his own. Now, Chris Strong, big upset wins against Michael Carter and the unit. Chris Strong not really being a favorite in this tournament, but he's made it all this way to the semifinals. But Spike Masters is making him, making him his bitch, basically. And not allowing Chris Strong to get a lot of offense out of. But Chris Strong has him up in the torture rack
as well.
Indeed, Spike Masters,
trying to prove himself as more of an independent man. Not that he's just Neo Extreme's partner. Not that he needs him to hold his hand or anything.
No,
that's been the problem here.
Spike Masters
struggling to go out on his own.
Spike Masters really being in a lot of factions or three-man teams throughout his career. Ultimate Nightmares, Unstable, not really being a man of his own, but now breaking out on his own. He seems to be proving himself with this tournament. Now Spike Masters setting up for the cutthroat slam. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count. Chris Strong kicks out at 2.9. Exactly. Big man as well. Not a small guy. Now, yeah, the unit as well.
I mean, you got to think about it. The unit, not an easy guy to beat.
Definitely not an easy guy.
Not only from the AKW dojo, but he's also under the tutelage of Roger Quinn, my manager, who's one of the smartest minds in this industry. Now, a question: will Roger be allowed to accompany me later on tonight?
Well, who?
Will Roger be allowed to accompany me?
Well, unfortunately, Roger never got back to me on his travel plan, so unfortunately, I couldn't get him here.
Yeah, he's been struggling to, get on these flights because he kind of gets banned from a couple of airlines.
Yeah, so if that's something he wants to do, then he'll need to contact me about his scheduling issues.
Yeah, that visa shit, it's tough as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if Roger can contact me after the show today, I'm sure we can work something out.
Of course.
Chris Strong and Spike Masters going to the outside. First time they've been to the outside this whole match. But Spike rolling through with a big forearm.
Things can get dangerous outside. See, there's the barricade, the ring post, the apron, the floors. No. Don't let those mats fool you. That is fucking concrete right under there. And those steps in the corner.
Spike Masters over there throwing huge strikes, but Chris Strong is not giving up. But it seems as if Spike has his number each time. Spike got him up in that butterfly suplex position and throws him back first into the mat. Now the referee is stopping the match.
Hit all you want.
Has to check on Chris Strong here. See if he's able to continue. Looks like he's able to continue though.
If you can't fight
big
back,
discus clothesline.
Does not matter.
Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. Spike Masters picking up the win against Chris Strong, and he moves on to the finals. Spike Masters
is someone to worry about.
Spike Masters has been a threat this whole tournament, and he's proving it. He took out... Who the fuck was his first match?
Let's be honest, did anyone expect Spike to make it this far?
Honestly, I didn't... I didn't expect Spike to make it this far, but Spike proving he belongs here. Spike Masters...
I'm just curious.
Faced Lee Anderson first round, took him out. Virgil Theory second round, took him out. And now Chris Strong third round. This man is moving on to the finals with an unbelievable record, 3-0. Just beating everyone in dominant fashion. Now, Nick, what did you have to say?
I was going to ask, who was everyone's pick before the tournament began?
Let me go over. My pick actually was Brandon Kayers or Virgil Theory, but obviously that wasn't the case.
Did not come to fruition.
Virgil
were definitely my big picks.
Unit Sinistrat final? Okay. Now, here we go. We got the next semifinal matchup.
Fatigue has really been getting to Sinistrat, it seems, in these matches.
Yeah.
Hasn't been moving as fast. I mean, sure, he's had those little bursts towards the end, but those are out of desperation. He can't let this young infield guy get to that point. He has to put him away quick and effectively so he can make it to the finals and win this damn thing. There's no time for putting on bangers or anything like that. Fuck that. You need to get the job done.
Yeah, now Dakota Infield obviously not being super well known within the wrestling community here, but huge upset wins against Brandon Kay and Caleb James. We'll see how he fares against Sinistrad, who, to be honest with you, is probably a favorite with a lot of people going into this tournament, and has proven that he's still the big, the Haas of the community. Now we'll see how he fares up against Dakota, who actually has a size advantage on Sinistrad. So we'll see how it goes here. Now, Farmer, how do you think Dakota fares up against Sinistrad?
Choose your weapon. Send whatever you do in light to hell or heaven. No question. Kill it like I'm at 11 or Smith and Wesson. Checking, etching, crystal, make them call a referee. I kill off everything with this rope. So this it better be bringing this rope. Killing them cleverly, king is dead is so real, I will never be spinning this rope. Killing them softly, know it ain't my lane. Hard as the way I display my pain, I put it on murder the moment they
Hopefully, I think that there should be a championship for this division alone. There's not a lot of that in the professional wrestling business, which I don't understand.
That could honestly happen, but haven't announced this yet. The winner of tonight's tournament will get to face either Austin Collins, who's currently holding the BAW Peer Championship, or our current Golden Gate champion, Nick Black. They'll get an option of those two titles. They'll get to choose between those two on whoever wins. So Nick, if you retain against Christian Tracy tonight, you can see who your opponent is here.
I retain against Christian Tracy.
When you retain, excuse me. Now let's get this matchup underway. Now, not much of a size advantage, but Dakota has 2 inches on Sinistrad of being 6'9", but I'm pretty sure Sinistrad has a weight advantage on him. Sinistrad being 375, and I'm pretty sure Dakota is 320. Not a huge difference, but it could be his downfall.
I'll say this. You know the problem with most of the men in this tournament?
What's that?
Their styles are too similar to each other. That's why they're always at a stalemate, or they're always getting bested, and struggling to best the other guy.
Very true.
One time after another. You know what? I think they should have came to me first before this. Let me teach you technical wrestling. Let me make you a real wrestler. Not just a horse throwing fist and shit. Let me teach you so you can win this damn thing.
A bit arrogant there, are we?
Not arrogant, no. I'm just smart. You gotta stand out. You gotta be doing the unexpected.
Farmer, what do you think of a lot of these guys' strategy going into this tournament? You think just brute strength is the wrong way to do it? You think there needs to be a mix-up of Yeah. Now with these two guys, obviously, pushing 300. A lot of big guys don't have the stamina. There we go. Stamina that smaller guys like Nick or Johnny Farmer have. So yes, conserving their energy is probably a huge factor. But a lot of these guys want to go out and give it their all, but Dakota Infield going in for that spine buster military press again. Not going for the cover. Oh, goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, only a 1 count. Like I was saying, though, a lot of the smaller guys, obviously quicker, and these big guys have to conserve their stamina. Now, do you think, like, with these big guys having to fight guys of their size, you think that's an advantage to face people that are slower, or you think it's better to face someone that you're faster than? Probably didn't make sense, but
it all depends.
Dakota going in for that jackhammer. Mm-hmm.
Now, gentlemen, I have a question for you. Do you recall how earlier I mentioned something about holds being the smart option to go in this type of tournament? Because again, bigger men, they get tired out easily. Holds cutting off the oxygen slowly. I think, like I said, about someone teaching them or having a hoss that does technical wrestling would be smart for this reason alone. It's less energy consuming. Farmer, I know you're not necessarily the biggest guy, but you do utilize holds in your matches at times, and you slow your opponents down and get the win, even if it's not the move that's going to get you the win right there. It just slows them down. It's the smartest way to go. Like I said, no one's going to expect a hoss to do cattle mutilation or something. When you're caught in cattle mutilation for about 30 seconds or so, you're either going to tap or you're just not going to be able to slam people. Like, for example, Dakota Infield wouldn't be able to do that military press spine buster at all. Someone needs to be, slowing the match down and controlling it at their pace, not just going with the flow.
Sinistrat going for that military spine buster again. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. Sinistrat beating Dakota Infield. Probably in a upset.
Shouldn't be ashamed, though. No, I wouldn't say an upset necessarily.
You wouldn't
it would
say
have been an upset if it was the other way around.
Okay. Now, Dakota definitely being the younger of the two, but Sinistrat having way more experience. That probably what could have been the downfall for Dakota, but Dakota showing off really good in-ring experience, and that's something he shouldn't be ashamed of. Beating Caleb James in the process, too.
Like I said, do this match at your own pace. That's what Sinistrat did here. He didn't have to utilize holds. He just did what he does best. Out-wrestle, out-power. That's it.
Definitely. Sinistrat continuing his dominance throughout this tournament and moving on to the finals with Spike Masters. Now, that is definitely a match I'm looking forward to. Spike being kind of an underdog coming into this, but proving his dominance. And obviously, Sinistrat, we don't need to explain Sinistrat's career. How do you think this final match is going to fare up with Spike Masters and Sinistrat?
You know what? I think everything we talked about earlier with conserving your speed, your stamina, all of that, that's going out the window here. This is balls to the wall. That's what it's gonna be.
Next match, if I may interrupt,
both of them.
We got Christian Tracy versus Nick Black for the Golden Gate Championship. Nick, I think you have to step away, man. I think you got to take care of business.
All right, gotta go. Hello, everybody. This is Muchacho here.
How's it going, Muchacho?
I am good, Tony. How are you? Hello,
I'm
Farmer.
excellent. No, it's Muchacho, right?
Muchacho, God damn it.
Muchacho. Okay.
There we go.
Here we have kind of an underdog. Wasn't expecting him to pick up the victory against his two opponents in the #1 contender match that he had versus Brandon Kay and Duke Zinda. But Christian Tracy earned the opportunity to face Nick Black. Now, how do you think he fares against Nick Black?
It's questionable. I have no idea. You see, Christian Tracy, like you said, he wasn't expected to win that triple threat, but he did it. They
Farmer,
cashing on that opportunity right now.
Farmer, how do you think Christian Tracy is going to fare against Nick Black? Mhm. We possibly
That's a
could.
fair
I'd
assessment.
like to bring up one match in mind. Christian Tracy earning a shot to face Riley Wolf for the GPW Intercontinental Championship, and Christian Tracy obviously not living up to the opportunity he earned, and losing against Riley in kind of a not embarrassing fashion, but predictable fashion.
It's embarrassing.
You think so?
Yes, it is. Absolutely fucking shameful.
Now, here comes our Golden Gate champion, Farmer. You had something to say? He possibly could. He pulls it off out of nowhere sometimes. You know him becoming
That's
SMW world champion was definitely something no one was expecting.
You want to know something? Both of these men have a chip on their shoulder. Nick, quite literally, that title right there is the chip on his shoulder. He abolished the Emperor of Combat Championship, ushered in the Golden Gate Championship. You know what?
I want to just
He
bring
doesn't
up
want to lose something he just brought in.
now Nick Black. This will be the first defense of the Golden Gate Championship. And Nick Black coming out with a whole new look here, the red and gold. Not really colors we've seen Nick Black in. Could this be Nick Black ushering a new era for Bay Area wrestling with this new championship as well?
I mean, look at just look at it. The way he's carrying himself. The kick pads are gone. Trunks now. The beard is shaven. He's calling himself a technical genius now. Not necessarily going for that strong style anymore. He's more so technical, grounding his opponents, power moves.
More
not as quote flippy.
Kind of a mixture of Okada, yeah.
Similar, yes.
No, there
Okada,
it is.
Flair comparisons right there.
No, there it is. A beautiful Golden Gate Championship. I actually want to thank Nick Black for bringing in that championship. Looking a lot better than the previous title.
$30,000 out of his pocket.
Looks like we got Ace here. He's going to be watching this match to scout Nick. This is not the place to scout. Probably not a good place to be, Ace. But introductions coming through. Nick Black looking good as ever with that championship on his shoulder. He's definitely ready for this match. This is, like I said, first defense of the Golden Gate Championship. He's definitely gonna want to go all out to keep the title and continue what he claims to be a prestigious championship.
I'm telling you this now. I believe that Muchacho firmly believes that if Nick Black pulls this one out tonight, he's going to be holding on to that belt for quite some time.
Quite possibly, yes. Bells ring. Christian Tracy trying to come in with a huge club and blow, but Nick Black already sending him to the outside with that big clothesline. This did not take long to get to the outside.
Excuse me, are there disqualifications in this match?
No, not at all. This BAW in general is a no rules company unless I, permit it.
That's interesting. I like that. You see, Nick might have the advantage in this type of matchup. You look at his insane wars in Hope Wrestling, Cutthroat Wrestling with Travis Rex, Zavon Starks. Absolutely brutal. He goes places that you never know, that you never think he could go, but he just throws that technical shit out the window and just starts using weapons.
Now Nick, even though he's a technical wrestler, is known to be pretty what's the word? He's known to be pretty vicious in the ring. A lot of hard strikes, vicious knees, elbows, you name it. Nick coming through with a sling blade out of nowhere. But Nick is no stranger to hard hitting fights and hardcore matches at that.
Absolutely not. Christian Tracy, he's actually a pretty hard hitting guy. People don't give him enough credit for that.
Not at all. Christian Tracy being kind of like an underlooked powerhouse. He doesn't really get to he doesn't really get to show it as much, but when he does get the chance, he lets it be known.
Those fists, Christian Tracy putting them to work as usual. Those lariats and clotheslines as well. Christian getting a little arrogant here.
Now Nick dropping that flexing elbow, but only a 1 count. Can't believe he went for a pin after that.
I mean, any opportunity you get to hold your opponent down, just take it.
Nick goes for another cover. Only a 1 count. Nick definitely trying to end the match early, but not. Seems like he's not taking this too serious. Nick off the ropes, into the knee strike, followed up by a neck breaker. And Christian right back on the attack with that big body drop.
Let's see, Black put on some weight, but that speed, it's still there. It's a problem.
Yeah, Nick definitely
fast and bigger.
Nick definitely still keeping his speed, even after the weight gain. Christian Tracy, not really known for his singles, but see how he fares today. It looks like he's not really doing too well. Nick's still kind of having the upper hand. Nick with a big kick to the chest of Christian, followed up by that elbow, another elbow into the spinning back kick. But Christian fighting right back. Single leg takedown, but being pushed off by Nick. Now,
Nick
Christian with the T-bone
suplex. That would have been brutal.
Definitely, but Christian Tracy fighting back. Big punch to the face, but Christian Tracy's right back on. He's got Nick finally kind of where he wants him. And he is turning him over, slamming his sternum on the apron of the ring. You know, that's the hardest part of the ring, by the way. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah, never heard that one before. Thank you.
Now Christian going in for a big leg drop off the top rope. Kind of picking up momentum now. Now Christian's got him up into a fireman's carry, into a F5, busting Nick open in the process. But Christian, little tired, not going for the pin yet. He's setting up for something else. He wants to put Nick Black away for good. He's got him up in an electric chair. Into the electric chair driver, goes for the cover. 1, 2, no, only a 2 count. Nick Black still holding on. Christian not really happy about that one. Now can Nick Black recover after those 2 big moves? Tracy with the back elbows, ducks under. No, but Nick caught him into a Uranagi slam. It looks like Nick's probably fully pissed off now. He picks him up, locks the head, dropping him on the knee, back of the head first. Now he goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a 3 count. Nick Black retaining the Golden Gate Championship with blood on his face. He picks up the win, taking out Christian Tracy. I'm not sure what he calls that move, but he only needed it once, and he put away Christian Tracy for good. Farmer, what did you think of that matchup? Yeah, definitely. Nick Black, although he was in a little bit of trouble during the match, showed he still the guy to hold this Golden Gate Championship. He wants to prove that he's gonna keep this title for a while, and he showed that today. Even after being busted open, he is still your Golden Gate champion. Now, after this match, we have our tournament final with
I had
Sinistrad.
my mic muted.
Nick Black, welcome back to the booth.
Hello. You know, I told you so. What the fuck did I tell you?
No,
Protect your neck was all it took.
oh, okay, protect your neck. I actually like that. Now, let's move on. Nick Black retaining his title, and now we have our Hoss Fight tournament finale. Spike Masters.
Jorge, please give me a band-aid. Thank you.
Yeah, Spike Masters taking on Sinistrad. Who do you guys got for this matchup?
See, not too sure. Honestly, I have no idea. It might be Sinistrad.
You're sticking with that?
You know, Spike may be the bigger man, but Sinistrad is more fluid with his moves. He's a better wrestler. Spike is barbaric, to say the least. I don't think he's very proficient. Sinistrad, extremely proficient.
So I'm assuming you're going with Sinistrad, Nick.
Absolutely, and the experience advantage there, just, it's gonna be the one. Sinistrad has it, I believe.
Now I will have to say in this matchup, I'm gonna have to say Sinistrad's taking it home. Just, dude, like, he's been so dominant coming into this tournament, and you know, taking out some upstarts, guys who are new to the community, but are already dominant this early. So I will have to go with Sinistrad.
You know, whether Spike Masters wins or loses this one, you have to think a fire's been lit under him. Because the way he's performed in this tournament has been fantastic. And honestly, I think he's going to have a lot more victims if he loses this. He's going to be even more pissed off than he already is.
So I guess we gotta look out for Spike Masters if he does lose this match. Hopefully he does not cause too much havoc backstage.
Win or lose. Absolutely. You see, Austin, look, I've been in the ring with Austin Collins numerous amounts of times. You can just look at my match with him for the Undisputed Championship back in FPW. It was brutal. Austin's very good. He gave me the fight that I was longing for. Did he win? No. But he can pull it out all the time. He's won the Revolutionary Championship in FPW and other titles in other places, plenty of other places. Spike just isn't Austin, even if he did win. He's not like Austin. Austin is just great in every way. And me, well, come on, we all know. But Austin, he's just too good.
Hey,
I
how's
don't
it going,
think Spike
Blaze?
would be able
Welcome
to
to the
beat him.
stream. How do you think Spike would have fared against Dakota Since, I mean, he's another guy, not well known, has something to prove there.
I think he would have beaten Dakota. Dakota choked hard.
Okay.
Dakota choked extremely hard when it came to the Sinistrad match.
Definitely.
Caleb James, I wouldn't call that a fluke by any means. There was just a size difference there, and Caleb couldn't get the job done. But against Sinistrad, Dakota infield was completely exposed. All of his weaknesses exposed by Sinistrad. Caught every step of the way.
You could be right about that. Sinistrad, you know, showing his experience going up against Dakota. When, you know, we all saw what Dakota did to Caleb, but Sinistrad not really phased by that. I don't think Sinistrad's phased by Spike, but Spike having the obvious size advantage against basically everyone in this tournament. That could be Sinistrad's downfall, with Spike just being a bigger guy. But the experience could also come in hand.
Listen, there's no fear in Sinistrad's heart at all. He has something to prove, just like Spike does. He has to prove that he hasn't lost a step. Some people may think, oh, Sinistrad may be washed up. Sinistrad, he's just in the shadows of other people. I think he's tired of hearing that. He's tired of feeling overlooked, I think. Because
Spike coming through with that discus clothesline. Sorry to interrupt you, Farmer.
you also have to, excuse me. You have to also think about the conversation that we mentioned earlier, the names we've mentioned. Spike Masters, yes, he's good, but does he belong in the same conversation as Nick Rock and Austin Collins?
Sinistrad's legs bouncing off the ropes after that vertical suplex counter. I don't know if that's going to affect him in the long run, but that was gnarly. Oh, Sinistrad seems to be kind of being outpowered here by Spike. Spike has controlled a lot of this match.
Spike is going to tire himself out, I believe. Lifting a man that big repeatedly, it's going to probably happen.
Oh, definitely.
Don't tell me he's going up top.
No, goes for the cutthroat slam. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, Sinistrad kicking out at 2.
Listen, that cutthroat slam, he's done it a good number of times tonight on some large men, for sure. But you got to think about it. It's going to add up. You're going to get gassed if you keep doing that move. That move, he lifts him up. Yeah, it looks like it with relative ease, but you know, that weight is going to lug a lot. Yeah,
Spike doing a lot of the heavy lifting here, and, you know, maybe outpowering Sinistrad, but if he, you know, he's trying too hard to stay up on him, it could wear him out, and Sinistrad will definitely capitalize on that.
Spike isn't staying in his own lead. I think that he could pull the win off if he didn't try to overachieve and put himself on Sinistrad's level. It sounds crazy, but when you're not as good, you need to stay in your own lane. Do what you think will work for you, not try to adapt to someone else's style and outdo them. It's not going to work. Sinistrad will see right through it.
Hey, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm thinking Spike could be a little overwhelmed with this final match, but so far he's been at the advantage this whole time. But see how the rest of this goes. Looks like he's setting up for something here.
What the hell did Muchacho
Another-
Muchacho do?
Another, I don't know. Cutthroat slam. Is he going to go for the cover? 1,
I think he
2,
should. If he doesn't,
and 3. Spike Masters pulling up the upset win against Sinistrad.
wow.
Spike Masters winning the Haas fight tournament. I don't know why they didn't show replays. I really wanted to see some replays, but ladies and gentlemen, Spike Masters is the winner of the Haas Fights tournament, and he'll have the choice to face Austin Collins for the Pure Championship or Nick Black for the Golden Gate Championship. Indeed. Now, I'd just like to thank everyone for coming out to the stream. Appreciate everyone stopping by. Appreciate everyone watching. Now, I will end the stream if I can figure it out.
I'm gay.
He is, guys. Wait. There we go. All right, see you guys.